Just realised about the bird box above my head, and I've been getting comments from people waiting to see some little birdie come out of there or something as I'm doing the video. Anyway, I wondered what the comments were about the bird box, and now I've just sort of fell in, just realised. Right, so the video for this one is about 16 circulated £2 coins that I think are worth, at today's market, somewhere between 239 quid and 325 quid. And I also think in 10 years time these coins will be worth over £1,000. Now, first of all, before I go into that, let me shamelessly say that while I'm doing this video for all of our customers, I am aware, as I did another video, you know, that had 25,000 views on it, that there's a lot of people that will look at the video for interesting, but of course they're not subscribers, they're not our customers, one thing and another. And I often get people say, what's your website? So without further ado, have this information, please don't copy it, but have this information and use it, whether you're a customer of ours or not, to save coins and look out for coins that are worth money, etc. Our website is, we are the Great British Coin Hunt, and our website is www.thegreatbritishcoinhunt.com. That's www.thegreatbritishcoinhunt.com. So that's our website. Okay, so shamelessly advertising bit over. If you want to come and see us, come and see us. We give you reward points and lots of interesting stuff. So getting back to these £2 coins in just one moment. So we're talking about 16 £2 coins that you can find in your change. That's a face value of 32 quid. Worth at today's value between £239, £325. And I reckon in 10 years, way over £1,000. So you think about what you could do with your money for 10 years, you know, and in some kind of endowment or whatever it is. And you think, well, you know, this is something you can come across, you can enjoy doing it because it gives you a little bit of a thrill when you find one. And I'm going to give you the figures of what they're worth individually now. This is what I say they're worth. Other people will argue with me, but I always say you can trust the prices I give you because these are the prices we've sold them at. I will not inflate a price and give you a price that we haven't sold it at. We've sold every single coin I'm going to give you a price of at the prices that I'm going to tell you that we've sold them for now. So it's easy for me to fix a price as to the value of the coins now. The guesswork is what they're going to be worth in 10 years time. Well, that's anybody's guess as to how much a coin will go up in value. But based on the limited amount of experience that we've got, that I've got, I estimate that these 16 different £2 coins, you add them all up together, and if you add one of each, just one of each, in 10 years time, that one of each, 16 coins, 32 quid in change, is going to be worth over £1,000. You can't beat that anywhere. I challenge anyone anywhere to beat that on any kind of investment or buying and selling or whatever kind of thing you can get. So, you know, for people, this is fantastic. And you just look out for it. And when you find one, you just find it in 2 quid and you're putting it away. It's brilliant. So the first one I'm going to give you is the one everybody's going to expect, which is the 2002 Commonwealth Games, Northern Ireland. It's the one with the Northern Ireland flag. They made 4. Its mintage is 485,500 and it's worth between 40 and 60 pounds. Next, it's the 2002 Commonwealth Games, Wales. It's the one with the Welsh flag, and the Wales one is 588,500 minted, and that one's worth between 25 and 30 quid. Next is 2 coins together, and that is the 2015 recent HMS Belfast and the 2015 Britannia. Both of those 650,000 minted, and both of those are worth between 15 and 25 quid. And you can find a lot of those, and you have been able to find a lot of those over the last couple of years. I've been going on about these two over the last couple of years, knowing in advance they're going to be rare. And people have been able to find them in your change. It's a lot easier to find these two in your change, but trust me, putting these away is like every time you put one away, it's like putting away. And in 10 years time, they're going to be up to like 40, 50 quid. So every time you put one of these in the back of your wardrobe, you're putting away £2 that's going to be worth, say, 50 quid in 10 years time. Trust me on that. Those 2 coins are well worth putting out. Next one will be Commonwealth Games England, and that will be 650,500. It's only 500 more than the Britannia and the Belfast, and it holds its value. And the reason it holds its value is simply because it's been out there now for 2002, so it's been out there now for 16 years, 17 years, whatever it is. So it's well mixed in the pot, whereas the other two, they ain't, so they're not easily findable. But the England 2002 Commonwealth Games is worth between 20 and 25 pounds. And then we've got the Scotland 2002 Commonwealth Games. That's 771,750 of those were put into circulation, and that one's worth between 15 and 20. Now, a lot of people wouldn't include this, but I would, because it is a common one. It's a common rare coin, which is a great one to put away, really, and that is the HMS Belfast 2015. Also came out with some errors. There's 3 different errors that I know of. One of the most famous errors is on the top of the mast on the ship. It almost looks like there's a cat laying down sleeping, but there is an anomaly in the actual minting of the coin, and it's produced several kinds of errors. Now, the reason I'm including it is because the errors on the one hand are quite regular. There are a lot of them, a bit like the gunpowder plot, you know, there's a lot of them with per member and so on, so it does make it a bit rarer, but you know, not that rare. Well, with the HMS Belfast, you're talking about a rare coin anyway, because it's 650,000 minted. So the fact that there are error coins, there's only a percentage of 650,000 that are rare. Supposing it was 10%, then that would be 6,000 or 65,000. Supposing it was 1%, you know, so 6,500 or whatever it is. So if you come across a £2 error, I reckon it's worth between £40–50 now, because that's what we've sold them for. And I reckon putting that away, finding one and putting it away, I reckon you'll be putting away at least 100 quid, if not 200 quid on that coin alone for 10 years time. The conservative estimate I've given on these 16 coins being worth £1,000 could be easily a lot more than that. But there are certain coins where I can just tell you right here and now, they are going to go up in value, serious value. The errors won't go, they're not going to be super rare value at the moment, no point trying to sell them for hundreds of pounds, but trust me, in 10 years time, the errors on those, yeah, they will be worth money, just like the errors on a Northern Ireland now, 17 years later, would be worth a lot of money. So, you know, I include that one. You might notice I'm actually looking down at my list as well, because I can't keep all of this in my head, can't retain all the information. Silver Surfer, getting too old. Anyway, so moving on, because I don't know how much time I'm taking up. More coins that are worth money and worth picking up now. So you've got the 2012 £2 coin. These are all £2 coins. 2012 Rio Olympics. It's probably worth between £12 and £15. 845,000 of those minted for circulation. Then you've got the 2011 King James Bible. I put that one at about King James Bible at the sort of between £12 and £15 again. 975,000 of those in circulation. Next we've got the 2008 Olympic Games Centenary, and that one again between £12 and £15, 910,000 of those. The 2008 Beijing Olympic Handover, again £12 to £15, 918,000 of those. And I'm going to keep going, because there's, in my view, these are the coins that I think are worth finding in your change, so you're getting them for face value. These are not coins I'm suggesting you buy off me, and this is not stock that I'm trying to offload. This is what I think you should be doing in your change. My advertising was at the beginning of the video, telling you what my website is. That's the only real advertising I'm doing. I'm not putting a link in to buy £2 coins off me or anything like that. This is not about that. This is a video giving you the information that I know, I absolutely know, and I use on a daily basis. So the next one I'm going to mention is the 2011 Mary Rose ship, and that's a lovely design, I think. That's come out a good one. I put that between £10 and £12, and there's 1,040,000 of those in circulation. 2015 Magna Carta, again a recent coin, well worth picking up and taking out of your change and putting in the back of your cupboard. It's worth between £6 and £9 as it stands now, and there were 1,495,000 of those put in circulation. Then we've got the 2013 London Underground, and they made two for the London Underground. One's the sign, or known as the roundel, and the other one is the train. So the first one, the London Underground sign, put that between £6 and £9. They made 1,560,000 of those. Then you've got the London Underground train, between £6 and £8 now. They made 1,690,000 of those. And then lastly, the last one I'm going to mention is one that a lot of people would probably not bother mentioning, which is a 2013 Golden Guinea. And I put that between £5 and £7. It's not it's the one at the bottom, it's the last one on the list. There were 2,990,000 of those made. Get rid of a notification. So, why have I included that on the list at 2,990,000? Because of my experience in going through thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of £2 coins. I can tell you, as time goes on, what I've noticed is that anything with a mintage of 3 million or more is relatively easy to find. Anything with a mintage less than 3 million, and the Golden Guinea sort of, it appears on the line of this really, 2,990,000, it only just scrapes in the 3 million mark, you know. If it was 3,001,000, I would be ignoring it. And it's only that few thousand, I'm just keeping it in really, but you know, it's lower than 3 million, and that for me is a good enough reason to keep that coin. If every time I see one, keep one and stick it in the back of the cupboard. Well, not back of the cupboard as such, because I stick them in a box, but what I'm saying is, it's one of those coins that I never let go. You know, when you're collecting coins, or, you know, even if you're searching for £2 coins yourself, you get a bag of £2 coins and you go searching through them, there are certain coins that you should never, ever, ever let go unless you absolutely have to, because you cannot afford to hold on to them. And there are certain coins that you should let go, because you'll be able to find them again. So if I haven't mentioned the £2 coin that's actually in circulation, and by the way, I don't count Jane Austen and aviation, and there's a separate argument to be had for that, because no doubt people will say you must count them because they released 400 aviation, they released 1,860 Jane Austen. Well, they did. That's all that went into circulation. I don't really class that as a circulated coin. As far as I'm concerned, that is a non-released coin. 1,860, it's nothing. You know, it's almost as rare as a Samuel Pepys or a Spitfire or an RAF coin or a Frankenstein, for that matter. All the coins that haven't been released. You know, only 1,860 Jane Austens went into circulation. You can't really call that a circulated coin, but I do get it for the people that say it is. So you can put them in there. You can bung them to the top of the list, because obviously they would go to the top of the list. And the actual value of a Jane Austen or an aviation is around 40 quid, believe it or not. If you put those two in there, well, you know, we're making this 18 coins. Do I want to say that this is 16 or 18 coins? 16 to 18 coins. You know, you decide whether it stays in the list or not. I don't think it should be in the list, because I don't think they're classed as released, but they're there. And they're the values that I put on them. Even though I'm selling them for less money than that, I have sold them for that value already months ago. So I know they're worth that. They'll be that at Christmas. And they will be, they're two coins amongst others that will go up to like hundreds of pounds in 10 years' time. Anyway, I digress. So if a coin, if it's a £2 coin, and I don't apply this rule, by the way, to all mintages. You know, I have a different rule for 50p's, and I have a completely different rule for 10p's and pennies and so on. But the rule that I have for £2 coins, if the mintage is less than 3 million, I keep every single one that comes my way. I do not hand any back to the bank. I keep every single one. At some point in the future, someone is going to come along and want to buy 50 or 100 of that one, because they're hard to get hold of. If it's less than 3 million, it's not easy to find, or it's not too easy to find. Yes, you can go and get a bag of £500 worth of £2 coins, and I guarantee you that you will, 99% guarantee you anyway, that you'll find a Golden Guinea in there, because they are that common, stroke, not rare, but hard to get hold of. They've got a mintage less than 3 million. So you won't open a £500 bag and find 50 golden guineas. That's not going to happen. You will find 1 or 2 or 3 golden guineas in there, but they aren't easy to find, and people dismiss them and chuck them back all the time in their change. All the coins I've given you a list of in this video, the 16 coins, because remember I'm not sort of counting the aviation and the Jane Austen, but the 16 coins that I'm talking about, these 16 coins have all been released. They're all coins that you're going to find in your change, in circulation, somewhere in the country. All of you, all of us, you have the opportunity of finding these coins, and every single one of these coins I would not let go. You can do anything you want, but people often ask me, what would you do, Ian? And I do know that some people follow me and they would do exactly what I do, thinking that they know what I'm talking about. And in some ways, without meaning to sound arrogant, I really don't mean to sound that way, I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to a couple of these bits and bobs. And these 16 coins, absolutely 100%, every time I see one in my change, yay, I do not let it go. If I had 300 of one of them, I still would keep the next one. If I had 1,000 of them, I would still keep the next one. That's how important I think they are for the coming next 10 years. So there you have it. If you like it, I would be grateful. We would be grateful as a business for a share. We'd like you to come along to our website, thegreatbritishcoinhunt.com. We do a reward system, so you get points for your purchases. You get points just for watching videos. You get points just for sharing pages. We give you free vouchers every week, so you can get yourself a free coin. We do a lot of that. If you can be bothered to look through a lot of our past videos, you will see that we've given vouchers away, and some of those have no end date, so you can use one. Everybody gets to use it once. I would also say, please don't open 2 accounts or more than 1 account. You only need 1 account with us. If we see a second account, we're likely to delete it unless you've got it, specifically need it for a reason as a double account. Yeah, please come along and support us and support our website. You might like a bit of what we're doing. If you're one of our customers already, let me take this opportunity to say thank you very much for sticking with us. Thank you very much for being with us through the ups and downs, and boy have we had a few ups and downs. We've had a few ups and we've had a few ups and downs. Yes, but life is wonderful. I'm grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful to be able to pass this information on. It will be wonderful in 10 years' time to look back at this video and see that I was more than spot on with the prices of the coins. It really would. So save 32 quid out of your change. 32 quid you can look at, and that's more than £1,000 that you'll be putting away. Likely 1,500 to 2 grand, likely, but you know. There you go. Thank you ever so much. My name's Ian, and I'll see you on the next video. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask, if you're happy and you like the information that I gave you, would you mind subscribing and sharing? Share it and let somebody else know, let a friend know, or subscribe. That would be fantastic. And as a subscriber, every now and again, we'll give subscribers special free vouchers that we go, shh, and we don't tell anyone else about. Just up there for subscribers. So a good reason to subscribe. Thanks ever so much, and thanks for watching.